Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received, and the message it translates like this. Let me talk before I explode. So I am in communication with a Nigerian who is part of a cult. This guy, he has promised me great power, and he has told me that if I am willing to go through with the sacrifices, then I'll be able to make so much money like I have never made in my entire life. So I started to get a lot of calls from this guy after I had reached out to different people who could assist me. This was after I had done Ukuthwasa so that I can become a healer, but things did not go according to plan. So now I feel like my head is about to explode. I feel like I am going mad. And the painful part is that when I was born, there was no way I ever applied and I said that in my life I wanted to become a Sangoma. It just happened. I used to have dreams from a very young age. And I told myself that I do not want to end up like those mad aunties, the ones that you see walking in town barefooted. I guess that your ancestors, they will always choose the path that you are supposed to walk on. You can call me Zanele. I am a woman who stays in name-hidden location, and I am aged 35. I am a single mother. So I went and I did Ukuthwasa, and then I became a trained Sangoma. And then that was when I was told that it was time for me now to do my own stuff. It is more like a movie. The life that I am living, it is like it is not real at all. It is not a nice thing to know that your life, it is controlled by other spiritual beings that will do what they want with your body whenever they want to do it. I can get into a relationship with a man who will promise to love me with all of his heart, but all of a sudden that man, he will start to become so cold towards me. So it will be the ancestors, my ancestors, that would have entered into his heart. When my ancestors would have entered into his heart, it will be such that he can stop loving me. He will see me as an enemy, as someone that can never give him true love, as someone that loves money. But I am someone that does not even care about how much money the person will be having, but the man will be accusing me of being a gold digger. I have gone through so much pain. Have you ever felt like you are being followed, but when you turn around, you see that there is nothing there? This is how it all started. Growing up, I would have those dreams, walking barefooted, sometimes dreaming of rivers, snakes that will be swimming in the water, dreaming of fire, and some people that will be playing drums as I'll be dancing to the traditional songs. During the day, I would randomly black out. This is what made me to drop out of college, because I will just drop out at school or just see shadows that will disappear the moment that I would have turned my head, feeling that there is someone that is behind me. I was told that I was suffering from anxiety, even though I knew that there was something that was off, but the medical doctors say that it was anxiety or early menopause. Can you believe it? When I was still young, just after 18, I was told that I was in early menopause. Hey, these ancestors, they will make you to struggle. Maybe if we had gone to church, it could have been better. As for my grandmother, she will sit with me down and she will tell me that since I had a great gift, I was not like other women of my own age, and she'll be like, Zanele, you have been chosen and you have to follow what your ancestors wants you to do. I would cry. I tried to drop CVs so that I can get employed, but I had no job. The man that I loved a lot, he had left me for another woman, and it was very painful. All that I had was my daughter and my mom, but things got so worse. I started vomiting some things that no one can even imagine. When I'll be fast asleep, I'll see my ancestors. They will be angry at me. And when I would wake up, I would start to vomit. I once vomited chicken feathers. And when I called my grandmother, into my bedroom, those chicken feathers that I had vomited, they had disappeared. Whenever I would be around people, I would start to hear some sounds in my ears. If someone will be lying, that is why it is very difficult for me to date a man, because the moment that a man will come to me and tell me that he is in love with me, I'll start to hear my ears ringing. It means that that man will be lying to me. All that he would want to do is to sleep with me. And I can even sense when someone is showing me fake emotions. So it is very hard to be in love when you can sense some things that other women cannot sense. So at that time, that was when I agreed to do Ukuthwasa. I went to this other village where I was trained. There was no cell phones, no soft life, all day praying, fasting, rituals, animal blood, and spiritual training from the old healer who told us that this was what was supposed to happen. We were supposed to become traditional healers. When I came back, that was when I started practicing. I opened a small space behind my mom's house. All that I had were a few customers that would come to me, mostly for relationship problems, jobs, dreams, cleansing. I did not charge that much. Maybe 150 was the time when I'll be very expensive per session, but at least I was helping people. My daughter was doing well at school. My mom helped me to manage the house. Since I was always busy with the customers that would come, at least we were surviving. The days when we used to be short on food, they were long gone because of the little money that I was making. That was when one of my friends, I had met her back in that village when we were going through the Ukuthwasa training. She told me that she had opened up a shop in town in the province where she was staying, and she told me to do the same. I then went into town. All day long I was going around speaking with Indians if they could offer me a spot at one of their buildings so that I can operate in town, because I could get a lot of customers there. So the place where I managed to get a small shop, it was just a small corner. There was this other Nigerian who had his own shop that was next to mine. He was selling phones, colognes, wigs, and spiritual oil. So we started talking a lot, and I then saw that whenever someone would walk into his shop, they will just buy, like as if they were being forced by a strange spirit to buy from his shop. It was nearly month end and rent money was needed, and all that I could do was to sell a few herbs, and mainly men that wanted power in bed and those that had STIs, mainly your taxi drivers, because the shop is close to a taxi rank and I was unable to make money to pay rent. I then spoke with him and I told him that I was unable to make money, and he was like, how much are you making? Sometimes I would make 100 rand a day. And he was like, oh, 100 rand, so how are you going to pay for your rent? And then that was when he said he wanted to show me something. I entered into his shop, and then I saw that at the back of the shop there was this small compartment, just like a little room that he had created, and it was designed with red curtains all around, and he told me that it was his altar room, and whenever business was dead, he would go there and he would speak with the spirit of his mother, because he had done some rituals in our country. We call it like Ukuthwala, whereby you kill one family member so that you can become rich, but in their country it is a different thing. He had joined a cult and he offered the life of his mother to the cult that he had joined. So that is what this man has told me. He said that he can link me up with the cult master who can help me in life so that I can make a lot of money. And the only way that I can be able to become a wealthy Sangoma is by assisting other people who will then come to me so that they can do money-making rituals. There is money, he said, money to be made from those that want to do money-making rituals. And he even told me that I can move out of the location even within a day after becoming a cult member. So now I am like scared. I really do not know if I should go ahead with this. I have been thinking about it because they told me the spirit of my mom and my daughter is what is required. So here I am. I want your listeners to help me out. Should I wait for my ancestors? Because when I was going through training, I was told that one day I am going to become a famous Zangoma here in South Africa. But so far, no, I am just struggling. And yet this Nigerian has told me that all that is needed is for me to accept my true calling so that I can be able to assist people to do money-making rituals, to create demons that we call togoloshis here in South Africa. But in order for that to happen, I am supposed to lose my daughter and to lose my own mother. Am I supposed to accept that from the devil? When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world.